Godwin EMEFIELE has done enough damage to the banking system and monetary policy in Nigeria. Enough is enough. EMEFIELE must go. The present governor of Central Bank, Mr. Godwin EMEFIELE, must go. If we have to stop the suffering of Nigerians, it is not too big a sacrifice for the governor of Central Bank to step aside. The solution to Nigerian economic problem is beyond him. If he fails to step aside voluntarily, then he should be suspended from office. We should never appoint a banker again as the governor of Central Bank. When we used to have honest and trustworthy Nigerians with integrity as governor of Central Bank, we never had this type of economic disaster. It was when we started appointing bankers and the so-called economic gurus that the problem started and the naira started to tumble and tumble in the international currency market. Under the watchful eye of EMEFIELE, it has been nothing but economic disaster and corruption galore. The renowned Nobel laureate once released a statement to the political and economic blunders perpetrated by the previous government of PDP under watch of Godwin EMEFIELE as governor of Central Bank. Fine attached is released at that time. If all this happened at that time, you can imagine what the situation will now be under the same Godwin EMEFIELE with his recent monetary policy blunder. Hence, Godwin EMEFIELE must go. Gentlemen of the press, the Supreme Court gave an order and Godwin EMEFIELE flagrantly refused to obey the order. Presently, people are suffering. They don't have access to their money in the bank. The bank did not open and refused to take old naira notes, which was dispensed to the public. The new currency notes were not made available to the public. We are fast approaching economic disaster and lack of trust in our banking system. The President made a statement this morning saying the 200 naira notes should continue to be in legal tender, whereas the 200 naira notes is not even available. We should continue to obey the court order which states that the new and old currency notes of 200, 500, and 1,000 naira should continue to be legal tender, side by side. Failure to do so will lead to kiosk, anarchy, and public disobedience and violence. Enough is enough. Godwin EMEFIELE must go. I'm not here for politics. I'm here on behalf of the people. The people are suffering. The companies cannot work effectively because we still must we must buy things on the counter and off the counter. And if you want to do so, you must spend the naira. And this naira is not available. Most of the companies are closed down because there's no money to continue to run. Something must happen. Somebody must tell the president that this is the true situation in the country today. There has been violence in some parts of the states, and people have even lost their life for it. Must we allow it to continue? What we promise the people is security and good life. We promise people that we will secure them and we will make sure that good life is available to them. And that's what we are here to do as politicians. If a man is there and is not doing his work well, then let him step aside and let somebody. We have been running this central bank before with ordinary people, and we didn't have problems. Ordinary people, some of them, they don't know whatever is called banking or whatever it is. All they know is that they have integrity and they protect our money. We just need somebody to protect our money. If you look at this submission by Wole Soyinka, they paid cash of 350 million to a politician, paid cash of so many million to many people. And they said it themselves, not that it was reported, you people reported them. They are all here. Somebody collected, even the present chairman of PDP, Iyoshayu, collected 350 million from Dasuki for consultation. So where will the Naira be? Where will the Naira be? And if you want to use electronics, where is the data? Where is the network? So let us serve our people. Let us protect the interests of the common man. Right now, Emefiele is not useful to the people. Let him step aside, let somebody else come in, and let us see what will happen in very few days. I just called the banks. You were all here when I called the banks. None is open. They are not open. They said they have no cash to dispense. So whether new or old, they have no cash to dispense. So something must be wrong somewhere. And the governor of Central Bank who advises the president. So it means that he's giving him the wrong advice. You are all here. It's difficult for all of you to get here today because people refuse the old Naira notes. And you cannot go to the bank to get the new Naira notes. So where are we leading to? We are just lucky that Lagos is calm. We are just lucky that people in Lagos obey the rules and law of the country. If not, the situation would have been worse than this. Go around, you will see all the banks are closed. They have no cash to dispense to anybody. The governor of Central Bank, what's he there for? It's to control our currency. Once he has failed in that duty, let him step aside. We have so many people in the Central Bank there who can do better. Once he steps aside, you will find that things will move. Things will move. Since Emefiele became governor of Central Bank, the Naira has been falling and falling and falling. And yet nobody says anything.